Good morning. Friday, August 12, 2016. And here we are at the United Nations in Conference Room 3. And we are celebrating the spiritual and moral creativity of 10 wonderful young people who are addressing an incredibly urgent problem in our time and generation, the problem of religious violence and hatred. The title of our program, Youth Essays in Peace, Tolerance, and Human Rights. My name is Stephen Post. I'm the president of the Institute for Research on Unlimited Love, which I founded with a wonderful mentor once upon a time, 16 years ago, Sir John Templeton. We sponsored an essay contest around the world, asking young people to speak from their hearts, from their minds, from their experiences about how they have in fact pushed back against situations where they might have been tempted to hate another human being simply because that person did not believe precisely as they believed. So we're interested in moving all humanity to that notion of the common good. The UN is the place to do it. When I was a boy, I was about 5 years old, my mom loved Dag Hammarskjöld, who was the second Secretary General. Hammarskjöld passed away. He was killed in an airplane crash over the Belgian Congo. Marc Chagall was commissioned to do a stained glass window, which is on the floor above us. It's the UN Peace Window. My mom took me in to see that unveiled. I didn't actually get to shake Chagall's hand, but I saw him from a different distance. And I was always impressed because his art has all the symbols of all the world's religious traditions combined in this almost Jungian sense that we're moving towards something that is oneness, that is wholeness, that can bring us together and help us to overcome the sort of radical divisions that have become so brutal in our time. I also, as a boy, actually heard a lecture from Norman Rockwell about the Golden Rule, which was that great image on the cover of Look magazine where people from every age, every color, every religion, men, women, there they are just focusing their minds. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And there's this incredible tranquility and serenity about them. It's a wonderful image, and it just seems to expand globally beyond the edges of the actual picture itself. Well, in 1985, a mosaic version of Rockwell's image was placed on the third floor of the UN. But maybe most importantly, there was a great man named John D. Rockefeller Jr., and he had some mystical qualities. If you go by the Chagall windows into the Hammarskjöld meditation room, there isn't much in there except a big stone that's about 10 feet long and about 3 feet wide. It's got some metal in it. And that was Rockefeller's idea of encouraging us and encouraging the world through the United Nations to think about the great unknown ultimate reality, the ground of being, as the mystics refer to it. Not get caught up in our own historically idiosyncratic interpretations so much, but they're important, but to see beyond them to the kind of wholeness that all these things are pointing to. And so in that spirit, we are really fortunate to be here today, and we're celebrating the oneness of humanity, and we're celebrating a vision that I think many of us feel is really at the core of the United Nations. Now to kick us off, Natalie Fagu is going to lead us in about 1 minute of meditation, mindfulness if you